Hello everyone and welcome to a new video, and today's topic of discussion, as I got written up here on my whiteboard, union versus non-union in uh, construction trades. So like electrical, pipe fitting, welding, painting, carpentry, like the trades basically. And so we're going to compare union to non-union. So union, we'll start with union. So first thing in union is you join with a group of other people that are in the same union. So typically a union pension has a pension. I don't know if you can read that or not. But anyway, a pension is like for your retirement. So as you work, let's say for example you make $55 an hour, but half of that gets put into your pension. Well, not half of it, about maybe a quarter of it gets put into your pension for your retirement. So when you retire, then you could take out of that pension. Number two is typically in unions you have to pay dues. So union dues, which typically vary on the union. So some unions, I know one guy that's a crane operator, and he only had to pay $147 for the whole year for his dues. Now it could be different with different trades or something like that, but typically in all unions you pay union dues. It could be every month. It could be you can pay them all throughout the whole year. You do whatever you want. Number three is typically you work on larger projects. And union, you work on larger projects, like some projects around my area is the battery plant, um, over in a larger city, and a couple other big projects. Um, these are some. These right here are pros for a union. Pension and union dues aren't a pro, I guess. Mark that out. Pension is your pro for a union, because that is basically for your retirement. And another one you could put for a union is benefits, which kind of ties into pensions, because that is for your retirement. That's benefits. So benefits could be like health benefits, dental, eye, and all that stuff. Um, so in union, like I said, I had written down here larger projects. Typically, that's what unions work on. Union groups, contractors work on larger projects. Um, Another thing with a union is typically there's large groups of people. You're not with a small group, and you might have to drive further. Um, you might have to drive an hour one way, and an hour back. So 2 hours of driving a day just to go to your job, and you don't get paid. That's a big thing. You do not get paid unless for drive time unless you're out of the union's jurisdiction, so the area that your union is in. So the electricians union out of Lafayette is in Tippecanoe County, Benton, Carroll, Cass, and White, and Fulton, and I think Jasper County. I think. So like 6 or 7 counties, and so you might have to drive from here to like Lafayette every day, which is about 45 miles from my place, and that's typically about a 45-minute to an hour drive. And so, I mean, you probably will spend more in gas driving to bigger projects and stuff like that. Um, Unions are a great place to work. Some people love them, some people hate them because it just depends on the person. I mean, right now I'm working at a non-union company, and we'll get into the stuff about non-union groups here shortly. But um, everyone kind of pushes union jobs in schools, stuff like that. Not that I'm saying I'm against union stuff. I'm not against it. But I prefer to work for a smaller company instead of a larger company to get experience before I maybe join a larger company. So, I mean, that could work for you too. If you want to start small and see if you like the trade, then start with a small company. And then maybe join the union and start doing some larger projects and stuff like that. I mean, the company I work for, we do some large projects too, but not as big as what unions do. So, and with unions too, you typically work a lot of more hours. Some unions work 6, 7 days a week, 12-hour days. So it'd be 60-hour weeks or 84-hour weeks or something like that. I mean, it could be a lot. Trades, the average, so for electricians, the average starting wage for an electrician is $20 an hour. Right now, I'm making $19 an hour. I started at $17.50. And I'll be coming up on a year on working for this company that I've been working for. And I started at $17.50 and I'm up to $19 an hour. I will do a video when I come to my year of working for that company and show you what the different things what experiences I've had and what income I made working for a year. So that's the average for electricians right there. It could be different for each trade. Like roofers are like, the starting wage for a roofer is like $18 an hour. Now, a lot of people talk about, oh, you're gonna graduate from high school and you're gonna be making $40 an hour right off. Like, no, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You'll probably make at least 20. At least 20 if you get into a trade as an apprentice. First year especially. You're not going to make $40 an hour. Maybe in overtime you will. Overtime I make about $30 an hour, time and a half. But regular hourly pay, maximum probably upwards of 20 to maybe $23 an hour you'll make as a first year in the trade. And whatever trade you're in. Now, if you're making $25, $30 an hour starting out, that's wonderful. But typically, the average would be about $20, $23 an hour starting out, which is great for for people getting into the trades because it's good money. I mean, I like the trade I'm in. I'm probably going to work and retire from it. I mean, people just need trade workers around here. Especially, and that kind of ties into my next topic, non-union companies, which would be your local companies. So, like your hometown companies. So, like small businesses, small trade companies that are in your local area or wherever you're at. Start out working for them. They are the people they are the businesses who get overlooked through the schools. Because the schools Not that I'm saying the schools are bad and that they push the wrong stuff. I'm saying that start, if you're going to get into a trade, start with a local business. Get some experience. Learn the different things. I mean, I've learned a lot from just this company I've been working for, and there's the owner, me, and two other guys. So 4 guys total that work for that company. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I've been able to do different things, from industrial to commercial to residential to just small little changing an outlet. Stuff like that. The big thing is around here is grain bins. We do a lot of grain bin work. We did 4 grain bin projects last summer. Those were big jobs, and those were real big jobs that we did, and they were fun jobs. Long days, but they were, in the long run, I thought the days were dragging on, and it was a lot, but it was fun. I kind of liked it, and even though it was a lot, I enjoyed it. So, non-union, you don't have to worry about paying dues. No dues. Typically, you do get benefits in unions, non-union companies, the bigger ones, but with mine, I don't have any benefits since I'm still living at home and everything. Typically, with non-union groups, is you get to have one-on-one experience. You get to spend more time with someone and learn the different things and stuff like that. And typically, with non-union stuff, you don't have to drive as far. And it's. I just prefer that people who want to start out in trade start with a small company, because it's just. I think it would work out good. Start local, and then work your way up. It's a big thing, and I've saved up a bunch of money. I bought my first vehicle, bought my first truck, and I hadn't even been working a year. I bought my truck in March, and I'd only been working there for 10 months. I haven't even been there a year and bought my first vehicle. So it's I really enjoy it, and it's interesting because I get to drive around to different places, do some traveling. We did some travel work the other day. We went 90 miles one way, so 180 miles round trip to do a job, and yeah, did a little bit of travel work, and yeah. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys learned a little bit about me and about what I comparing these two things, and have a great day.